in my opinion, this move, the ankle biter, this is actually Aaron Black's most annoying move in my opinion. It's downright obnoxious in my opinion if you use it like a madman. It can be a handful to deal with, so let me explain why. Let me set Scarlet to block for a split second, okay? Right, so she's blocking. Let's look at what we've got here. So, all pokes got nerfed for the most part, as we know, in the Ultimate patch, I think it was, quite some time ago. So, let's look at Aaron Black's down 3. Very good poke. Ridiculous low crushing properties. I mean, I don't know where this guy's freaking hitbox goes when he does this move, but it must go under the map for him to go under as many mids as he goes under at this in the current state of the game. So 7 frames, -5. Okay, so you can't mash this. You're not taking your turn back after it. Now let's look at this the ankle biter, or I'm just going to refer to it as the low hokey pokey. -2, but 8 frames. Now let's look at the range. So down 3's got some good range to it. Do you see? That's whiffing. That's reaching consistently, mind you. And this is a female character in Scarlet. On a male character, it's just going to be even easier. You can back up a little further and just... Do you see how far back I am? And this is still reaching? So we've had to look at that. Now, look at the pushback on this. There's a little bit there. I mean, just a bit. Not much, but there's something there. Now, let's look at the pushback on this. I'm pushing her back at least a couple yards, it looks like. I mean, what the fuck? Let's look at down 3 again. +11 on hit. Really good. Easy for Aaron Black to jail into his highs. This is +12 on hit. Very noticeable difference in my opinion. Right, you can do that into grab. Look how quick everything happens off of this poke when it lands. Everything's instant pretty much. So if I do this, bop, that's freaky. That's hard to react to. I've done this to a lot of people online. So far, no one's done anything about that. No one's ready for it. It's as simple as that. So we've got that. Not to mention, because it's 12, you can rip back 2 straight away, and you can jail it. 2 on 2 on 2 just becomes easier to jail. One thing I'll say about this, it has no low crushing properties as far as I'm concerned. I've labbed extensively for that. Like, I've labbed trying to low profile Jades up 3 on Wake Up with this. It doesn't work. I mean, works fine with this, but not so much with this. But that's fine. We don't need that. Not to mention, you can special cancel off it. We all know of down 3 acid pour. I'm just going to use acid pour as an example because it's going to kind of get the point across. So I'm just going to show you this a few times because this happens pretty goddamn quick. Bum, bum, dun dun, dun dun. Right, that's pretty much the timing. Check this out. So dun dun, dun dun. It legit goes from dun 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 dun. Not to mention, you don't have to special cancel with acid pour. If you've got low peacemaker, freaking... You can annoy the living shit out of your opponent just by, right? Come in, bye, I'm out, bang. And then you can just smack them again with a move like that. But you can even do that into Scud Shot and it's really quick if you amplify it. This poke is very, very strong and very obnoxious. Even though it feels kind of like a day 1 poke, you know, something which is absolutely mashable. I also feel like it has properties from this, in a sense, if that makes sense, from his sweep. So, the sweep pushes back far, so does that, okay? The sweep's -1, that's -2. So, it kind of has properties from this and this, if that makes sense. So, yeah, you get the 1 extra frame to start, but you get more range, similar to your back 4. You can even bring up to down 4 in that comparison, but you get the insane pushback, okay? It's so insane, sometimes you'll just whiff trying to special cancel off it, and you just -2, and -2 at that range, a lot of characters won't be able to do much about that, because a lot of characters in this game can just get mashed out on by stupid moves like this. So now I've gone over just the move in general and its properties. Let's talk about different ways in which you can actually go about using it. So there are quite a lot of things you can do with it. You can be defensive, you can be offensive, or you can completely disregard frames, and in many instances you'll get away with it. So from a defensive standpoint, you can use it as a keep out. I like to do it with Scud Shot as well, just to kind of control the screen a little bit. So if I see my opponent advancing, bop, I'm just going to touch them with this. Alright, so I've actually picked Kotal, so this will, I'll be able to better demonstrate what I'm talking about. So I can do something like that and just advance in. Every time I see him come in, nope, I'm just going to check him every time. And that leads me on to the other point, to the other way in which you can go about using this move. You can be offensive with it. Now there's quite a few different things you can do. Instead of creating some space between you and your opponent and using it as a keep out, you can just chase your opponent down with it, which is something I also do to some people if I see they have absolutely no solution to it. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It just looks like this, right? I'll use that, come in, maybe do that again, do that, whatevs. And that's kind of what I do to a lot of people. I just freaking oppress the shit out of them with this move until I open them up, and then I can get going. And even if I don't open them up, they've got that to think about, they've got that to think about. So there's a lot of things I can do to completely throw my opponent's timing off, and I can use that from an offensive standpoint just to make them have to work. And in some cases I can just break them with the options that I have when using this move. So one thing I do with this move as well, let me actually set a recording for this as Aaron Black. So I do that. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not going to work all the time because, you know, the first two shots are high, right? And they are, or the 2 bullets are high. Very true. But let's say your opponent blocks. After the back 1-2-2 string, how minus am I again? -6, okay, I thought I was. So I'm -6. I shouldn't press after -6 at all, to be honest, right? But I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, do you see the problem? I can check him so easily. 4-3 won't work. Forward back 4 will trade, which will happen with a lot of characters. I can short hop it, but I'm not punishing him from, I mean, that's not happening. Forward 1's not working. There you go. With some characters with good movement like Kotal, you can dash just a little bit. It also comes down to, again, not a lot of people having dealt with this move due to people not really using it. So you can see in a game why I'd have success using the ankle biter in this manner, because not a lot of people have labbed their options off of it. And again, I'll just go back to with Kotal, that's not going to work ever. So you can do that. Kotal's got quite a few options. Some characters can deal with it better than others, but this is just, it can be annoying to deal with, because what a lot of people are going to want to do is just try and press afterwards, right? But you can't do it unless you've got good movement or something like that, in which case you can check. And I don't think you can down one. Oh, that can trade. I might be able to get that. Hold on. No. Huh? Please. Oh fuck. Yeah, stick with the down 3. It's much easier. 2-on-2-on-2. If my opponent comes in to take his turn, this is one thing I didn't go over. I'll quickly go over this. Right. Bum. Right, there you go. I can't just advance in. Forward trade, but whatever. So you're gonna have to backdash and do all that just to stop him from doing it. If you go up against an Aaron Black who's using this move, the best thing you can do, if ever he does the string like 2-on-2-on-2, in which case he just resets neutral, you have to back up, because if you try and you know, advance, and Aaron Black's just checking you with this, or if he's, you know, really got a habit for using this move, whilst he's got it equipped. You'll have a hard time in some scenarios just trying to get in, especially depending on which character you're using, and it can also just be really frustrating to deal with. So that's fucking annoying. I mean, I've just by setting that recording and going over that hasn't been fun. And this gets even more annoying in the corner. Well, if I just swap this recording, right, and just do something else, I can kind of spam this just a lot, right? And because it's -2, I can't just take my turn. Because again, it feels like a day one poke. I can do that. But, do you see what I mean? It's just so fucking obnoxious. Not to mention, if you start doing things like this, bop. Okay, so done. Oh. I mean, this is freaking real, by the way. I'm not even making this up. I can't tell you how many people have done this to. If you've got this move with Aaron Black, the low hokey pokey, you can force people in some instances to just have to wait, because if they try and open you up, you'll just get hit by this move, and plus 12 off of a low with Aaron Black, that's a lot to deal with, because he's got so many things he can do. This move is so annoying, because normally what you do in this scenario, you can do something like back 4, down 4. We've all seen this. Actually, let me double it up a little bit. Whoop. Ah, no. Bang. We've all seen this. You can actually get out by if you've got a good down 3. You know? You can do that. Whatever. If you go back to good old low hokey pokey, I can't do anything. I have to take this. Right. Down 1's not going to reach. Down 4's too slow. Down 3's not going to reach, because he's going to ankle bite my freaking foot as I extend for down 3. I can't do anything. So, in a lot of instances, if you use it to just be freaking annoying in this oppressive manner, you'll cause your opponent in many instances to just jump at you. And yeah, that can work, because, you know, if Aaron Black is mashing on this freaking poke, you know, you can jump punish him, but sometimes I even use that to my advantage, because if I know my opponent's going to jump after, you know, having blocked 2 low hokey pokies, I'll just freaking standing one them out the air and get my anti-air game going. It's just a really, really annoying move to deal with. The only reason people aren't using it is because, quite frankly, it shouldn't warrant a slot just having these additional strings, because of everything that's included with Outworld Gunslinger, I only care about that and that. I only care about that because that got buffed in the Ultimate patch. If this got rolled in to Aaron Black's base kit, I'd be happy, but I don't think a lot of other people would be happy, because again, the only reason people aren't using this move is because it requires a slot, and quite frankly, there's so many better picks. Yeah, this move is by far, in my opinion, Aaron Black's most annoying move. Like, after I played around with customs, I mean, a lot of people have hate for this. This doesn't compare to this in regards to what it offers you, but when it comes to just purely getting under people's skin and just annoying the holy hell out of them, I think this move would actually claw away at people more so than that would. To be honest, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I've gone against Aaron Blacks, who I've only played against one who's used this move. That's my friend after I used it against him, and I felt his pain. I made a variation with this move again because I took Outworld Gunslinger out of my variations. I put it back in just to annoy him again, to put him in his place, or to try to anyway. That's how fucking annoying this move is. So, yeah, that's my little talk about, well, it hasn't been a little talk, that's just my conversation, I guess, about the low hokey pokey, which I've wanted to talk about for some time. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you all later.